Hello, Xyceres here. We're doing another base tour today. This time it'll be for Bethel Island, which hopefully won't take too long because this was a 750 capacity challenge base. I was trying to see how high a difficulty I could get with only 750 capacity, which isn't a lot, particularly when you consider you have to put in the structure as well as the actual traps. Um, this particular version peaked at about 2, and it was about the strongest I managed to make. I know it's now 1.5, but it kind of like bounced between 1.5 and 2, which is about the best I could manage, just in general, with the 750 capacity restriction, which, like, that could just be on me, but the it's not a lot of capacity to work with. Uh, so for raid attempts, we got 56 raid attempts. We killed 88 raiders for a 1.6 kill ratio. Uh, for accolades, we got 27 fun, 6 brutal, 11 ingenious, 8 artistic, which means the highest were fun and ingenious. Uh, and the accolade ratio is slightly less than 1. About half of the participants gave fun accolades, but um, yeah, we are somewhere in the like 0.9 to 1 accolade per raid. So anyway, let's get straight into this. Okay, yeah, so as you notice, it's quite quick. Um, let's turn that to none for now. Actually, let's turn to all. Yeah, so we can see all the kills here. You'll notice on the outside, it's mostly just a functional structure. When you're working with only 750 capacity, I don't think you want to go use any blocks more than you need to. And you can do a little bit with making it look a little bit prettier, which you can see I've done with like the orange and aquamarine decals alongside the mix of stone and this is the lighthouse window, and then we've got like aquamarine roofs and just like your regular stone pathway going in, alongside some brown metal blocks down here to try and which is actually more to hide this trap here, but anyway. uh, Defense deleted. These, I believe, were assassins, the defense deleteds. There was an assassin that used to live back here, but it wasn't really, like, these are the only kills it got, and it's quite a lot for 50 capacity. I had an assassin and a ravager just hiding back here, and I blocked it in and then just put this bolt shot here, and because what was happening was that most of the time it was just, they were getting killed by the distraction, which is why there's so many deaths to the Impaler here. So I just needed a distraction here. A bolt shot does the job just as well as anything else would have. So that's why I went with that. I used this a couple times. This is a new decal from the Expedition Rewards. I just, my color scheme fit it perfectly, so it kind of made sense to put it in. This Impaler here has, I think, Red Hot. Technically, I think Blockade would be useful, but it's more points, and I don't think it's useful enough to justify it. You'll notice there's a lot of things missing mods here. These, that's not Eagle Eye, it's Picture Perfect. Okay, cool. For a second I thought I accidentally put Eagle Eye on it. This is Picture Perfect. It's basically, I don't want you to see, because you'll be coming from here, I don't want you to see up here initially. So I've got 2 Picture Perfect holocubes. So I don't want you to realize that there is any threat in front of you, which mean or above you, which means that this camo here isn't as obvious because it's not pointing towards something that is obviously dangerous. And you can see, of the people that got through the incinerator, quite a few people died in this corrosion cube. There's no way to get to this corrosion cube except for being thrown up by this trap here. So this is basically all the kills for the launch pad on the ground. Any of these? Yeah, they're mostly bomb ejectors. I didn't think the bolt shot got anything, but as a distraction, it's dirt cheap and there's no mods on it. So it all makes sense. Yeah, second one here, because there's very little room to work with because I need to make it the path short so that I don't run out of capacity. So this is a bomb splitter. It has a little bit of a split that pushes them down through like into the corrosion cube and down this way. So that's where you start getting kills back here. And pretty much anything up to about here-ish can normally die to the bomb ejector. So there's a bomb ejector death right there. There's another one there. So that's the furthest it's ever gotten. But yeah, anything up to about here, you're pretty much guaranteed, and you can sometimes get caught a bit further up as well. The bomb splits also send some this way. And the reason for that is there are two warmongers that are paths to stand right here, which is visible from the bomb splitter, but just. And they block your path if you try to run forward instead of running backwards, and it's really hard to see that the bomb splits are going, that the bomb is actually being thrown that way as well. Up the top here, there's an armored cannonback. He stands here. If you do manage to deal with all of this, or shoot the bomb trap and then have to deal with these, you'll start firing down here, and there's not really a lot of room to maneuver, so you can often get caught by that. And then this here is just a eagle eye? No, spring load. That's what I thought. Spring loaded bomb trap. Reason it's spring loaded, it just puts more force on them, and that'll make them hit this wall, which just bounces them up and down this corridor. So if you're not careful to deal with it, you'll often get caught by the bombs coming down. I think that one's probably from that bomb trap up there. Any of these where they have the gen mat are actually probably from the gen mat, the one behind the gen mat, rather than from the splitter. Like this one here. But anything down, because most of the time you actually get caught by the warmongers about here-ish, because they will move forward when they see you. So, yeah, that's it for the base. There's no second wave. No point wasting the 5 capacity to get it. There's another one of those Harvey decals. This room was made a little bit bigger at one point because I put in a second cannonback, and they were both standing here and here, but one of them just wasn't working. Like, one of them just would never fire, so it never came up, so it was never worth doing. So I removed it. Similar to, I had an Assassin and a Ravager over here. They got replaced with that one bolt shot, and it was still just as deadly as it was. It gave me some more capacity to work with mods and stuff elsewhere. I could probably save like 5-ish capacity by knocking out some of these walls and putting a mod on something, but I just don't think it's worth it. Not worth the effort. Because I don't think this is ever going to get above about 2 skulls. I'd be lucky to get 2.5. And that's a shame for my challenge, because I was aiming to try and get into it, see if I could get one into Brutal, but like, probably better for the game. I don't think 750 capacity outpost should ever actually be in Brutal. That you do not have enough points. Like, if a 750 is getting into Brutal, that probably means that something is really broken. That's really hard to deal with, but also really cheap, and thus really spammable. Which I don't think that is the case in the current state of the game. Anyway, if you do want to try this, it'll be on the social for the foreseeable future. Description will say if it's on social at the moment, which it should be, especially if you're watching this early on. And I will see you next time.